Sun today. Another undefeated team, this time coming into Chicago to play in the Win Trust. Will the Chicago Sky defend their home court, their first game in the home court? We're going to talk about it, break it all down, have some fun as only we can do right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
What's going on, Sky fans? Episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. Steve-O and Haize, we in the building today. Steve-O, this is a big game for our Chicago Sky, brother. Another undefeated team. The Connecticut Sun are one of the better teams in the league as well. This is going to be an important game for the Sky to show that they not only belong, but can continue this up on top of it being the first game this season in the Win Trust with all the new additions, things like that. How you feeling about this game, Steve-O?
It's another test. It's another test against, like you said, another undefeated team who is 4-0. A team that I feel like kind of models our type of games that they play a lot of defense, they play a lot of physical defense. So it's another test that we got to be up for the challenge for. They got plenty of scorers, plenty of veteran leadership around, plenty of players that have plenty of experience, like Alyssa Thomas, Dewana Bardner, Rachel. They have a lot. They have it all. They got another team we going up against that's a legit contender that's trying to look to become the next championship of this league. And they ain't come in to play, so we can't come in and play with them either. So it's almost kind of the same things with tonight, with last game. We gotta make shots. We gotta play the same type of defense that we've been playing. We can't sit here and take it slow with this team because they can outscore us at times and they can outplay us at times because they have the experience. So we got to come out the gate swinging and we got to fight the whole game.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like you can't take anything lightly, and that's one of the things when you have a team that's identity is largely built around defense. You don't expect them to kind of have the let up because you got to be defensively sound no matter who you're facing. You can't have a night off. But the Sky are going to have to be on their P's and Q's today. Isabel Harrison wasn't shoot around today. She's still been ruled out for today, I believe, with Diamond DeShields still being questionable right now. She's going to play, so we'll see how that changes the lineup and things for the Chicago Sky. But listen, it seems like Isabel Harrison is getting closer and closer. I would not be surprised if we see Isabel Harrison probably make her debut before Camila Cardoso does next week on June 1st. And if that's the case, that would mean that we're going to have a full roster by the time Camila comes back, which is something I'm looking for as well. But, to get back on this game, defense, rebounding, the block shots, like all the things that we have done well, we're going to need to bring, but we need to be a little bit more sound offensively, I think, against this Connecticut Sun team. There was a lot of times in the last game where, I'm surprised the Liberty didn't take advantage of it, but there are some times where the Sky's offense was a little bit stagnant. We need to keep it flowing, keep the ball moving around, keep moving without the ball. I know our three-point shooting is going to be spotty all season, but we got to work through our offense and trust the offensive game plan a little bit more than what I saw last game for sure.
Yeah, because we're going up against one of the greatest scorers we ever seen in this league in Dewana Bardner. So you got to match her. You got to match her. You got to go tit for tat with her. You can't go on these spells because, like you said, I don't know if they're going to be like the Liberty. They haven't shown that they're going to be like the Liberty. So it's just too many play, especially on that bench side. There's too many players that can get off that we don't even realize. They got Tiffany Mitchell. They got Mariah Jefferson. They got Queen. It's a lot of play. Brianna Jones, who just came off of Achilles, who was pretty dominant before she got injured. They got a lot of pieces. They got a lot of people that can put up points and defend. So you got to match it. You got to come out here and take these type of games. You got to take. You can't. There ain't always going to be a game that's just going to be a layup. You're going to outscore them the whole game. Some games you're going to come in and you're going to have to take it from them. And this is the type of game you're going to have to take because they're going to match the same type of energy that you bring with it.
Yep. Oh, we got word from Jump Out on here. Jump Out says Diamond will play on a minutes restriction, and Coach Boone said Izzy will play tonight if she is needed. Okay. Listen, this is what you want. I really hope. My biggest hope is that by the time Camila comes back, we got everybody healthy so we can get rocking and rolling. Like, and at that point, if you're talking about at that point, it would be what 6 games into the season, 7 games into the season. If we can for the rest of the games of the season stay relatively healthy, you're gonna have players that miss some time and get dinged up, things like that. But like that's a great way to go ahead and go into the next phase of the season. So I'll be super excited about that. But yeah, you got to be prepared and sound for this team. And Coach Spoon is going to have these ladies prepared. Already the I almost called it the UC. The vibe in the Wintrust is going to be legit. Gabrielle Union already said her and Dwayne Wade's going to be in the building, so that's going to be a different feel. I believe this game is sold out on top of that. So like, listen, show up, show out, be loud, and let's get this done, man, because this is an exciting time for the Chicago Sky.
Yeah, like I don't know if you seen like they little story, but they showing everybody walking in getting their tickets, and it looked like a Bulls game. Like they in there tonight. They in there. Like you could tell this city, and not only that, the people around have come to travel to see this first game, and they're going to do it throughout the whole season. So it's just good to see, and I expect them to put on the show. And a lot of times we don't talk about what the impact of the environment and the fans have on the game, but we've seen a lot of those times, especially during that championship run, where we'll be down 8 points and the crowd's still in it, and then all it took was a Candace 3 to get back in, and now the whole Wintrust is lit. Now we back rolling, take the lead over, win the game. There's been so many times where that happened in Wintrust, so it feels good because in the past 2 years, there's a lot of weariness. We didn't know what we was gonna do, and that loudness and that light kind of dimmed in a Wintrust, but I think that fired back.
That's a fact. I think the last time that it felt like we had true fire in the Wintrust was that last playoff game that Candace Parker played here. That we were on fire then, and I want to see that come back. And Candace, brought a different energy to this team that we had been missing for a little while. And so now with the emergence of Angel Reese, with just this team and the competitive nature of it, it feels like it's coming back. For anyone who's either watching this before or the game or comes back and watches after the game, if you're in Chicago and you traveled, I want to know where did you come in? Did you get an Italian beef while here? I don't want to hear about deep dish. Deep dish, that's something that I like my fair share of deep dish. It's like 2-3 times a year I'm down for deep dish. But where'd you get your Italian beef at? Did you actually try tavern style pizza? Let me know if you tried the tavern style. If you just went to the old fashioned deep dish, I want to hear from you guys on that one. So
we definitely eat the square pizza around here. We like don't get it twisted. We like the deep dish, but our regular pizza is cool too.
You know what the thing is that, and it's something, especially me, not growing up in Chicago or being in Chicago a lot because that's where my dad's from, is like seeing people from out of town come and think that they got to try to finish a whole deep dish. What's wrong with y'all, bro? Like, what is wrong?
You're not even, bro. If you're able to eat 2 slices, that's lucky. Because you shouldn't even be able to do that. I barely get through one. So yeah, you're not supposed to try to get. That's what the square piece is for.
Yeah,
but it is hilarious because they showed me like, oh, you supposed to take it home? Yeah, take it home.
Yeah, yes, take
it home.
A Chicago style deep dish is not meant to be eaten in once. If you eat Chicago style deep dish in one sitting, I'm worried about your arteries because that is not what it's meant to do. Listen, you ain't got nothing to prove. Stop trying to prove shit to yourselves. That's not what it's meant for. Like, let's be clear here. That's crazy. Double R asking, do you guys have any clue when Izzy will be back? Well, according to I think what was his name? Jumper, I think was his name. He said that, or Jump Out said that Izzy's actually cleared. She'll be available tonight if needed. So I haven't seen that anywhere myself, but it seems like she's getting closer.
I'm constantly checking Twitter, so I'm gonna let y'all know what the deal is, especially when the lineup drop.
Facts. How do I watch the game tonight? This is something that we say we're going to start doing on the pregame show. If you're not in Chicago, and I think parts of Indiana as well, you can watch it on League Pass. It will be available on League Pass. If you are in Chicago, it is on CBS Sports. And it's probably going to be on network.
That's the key word. You got to say network. CBS Sports Network.
Yeah. Okay, CBS Sports Network is where it'll be aired. Is it on Marquee as well, or is it not on Marquee? Since it's also on Marquee. So if you have Marquee as part of your cable subscription, it'll be on Marquee as well. So,
and if you don't, if you don't know about all these streams around here, even LeBron don't know about them. So you should know about them streams too.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's why, like I said, we're gonna try to work it in as part of the pregame show, just to let you guys know where you can watch it, because we know how difficult it is. I know for a fact the next 3 games, because they're all at home, should all be on Marquee. So if you have Marquee, the next 3 home games you should be able to watch on Marquee, and then I think after that, that's when we got the game on ESPN against the Fever. So that one will be available for everybody to watch. So,
bro.
yeah. Will the game be available on the Apple and WNBA app? Yes, that's on League Pass. Not free, so you have to have the League Pass subscription. So yes, if your address is not in Chicago, so even if you're on the road, I think it does like the geolocation thing. So I don't know how that works if you're on the road, but the address you put in the app is in Chicago. I don't know. You could check that out. But yeah. It's so random where to find these games. Hey, welcome to somebody who's been trying to support the W for years, man. It's literally
like I said. At least it ain't on Twitter no more.
Yeah, and I didn't see any games on our schedule that's aired on Twitter. That used to be the craziest thing.
No, that's done.
That's done. Okay, the Twitter Live thing. Thank God, because that was just terrible, bro. I never understood the Twitter Live.
Yeah, that's done. They ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, man. Anything else? Like, I know we talked about the point guard play was kind of better overall. In the game, we still had their kind of spots. Do you expect any type of change with the starting point guard? You think Dana's still going to be that starting point guard? What are you looking for in that position today, Steve?
I think she's going to keep it the same. But I think she's going to challenge them today because she knows what's going to happen to them guards today. The guards going to get tested today. It's a lot of guard play on that Connecticut Sun, and they're physical. And with the way we play, predicting wise, I'm not saying it will, but that could possibly give us some problems. That could probably give us some issues. So we're gonna have to battle through that. But for the most part, I think Teaspoon will keep it the same until it's a drastic need, and she's shown that especially Dana, she's shown that she can work her way through things, and especially with the last game, especially with her starting off 1 for 6 at halftime and then finishing on the good side. She's showing that she can improve and she can get better. So I think she's gonna keep giving her that chance to grow.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Lilac says the WNBA sucks with these apps. What's the point of buying League Pass if you're going to need to get Ion NBA TV? Oh, NBA League Pass is the same thing. If it's airing on any type of national TV, you can't watch it on League Pass. So it's no difference. The only difference is that the WNBA doesn't have a strict TV contract to where it's like, oh, it's on local TV or it's on ESPN, maybe some TNT games. It's just, so look at it this way. Ion is TNT for like with NBA League Pass, basically. And NBA TV is basically like if it aired on ESPN. That's basically the way that it worked, bro. It's wild.
That's funny, but that's literally a perfect example.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, man. We got a question for Vern here. Vern says, do y'all expect Camilla to be on a minutes restriction when she does return? Well, Teresa Weatherspoon says she's going to trust Camilla, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the medical team. If they do have a minutes restriction for her, considering it's the shoulder, I don't know. I mean, if it would be any type of thing, you think that she wouldn't just play at all because of the shoulder. So if she's cleared, I think she'll be good to go. What do you think, Steve-O?
That's why I was going with it. Because it's the shoulder, I think you don't necessarily need a minutes restriction because you can test that shoulder in practice versus like in the game, you're going to test like your lower body extremities way more in the game. So that's why they try to do it with that. But when it comes to a shoulder, I think they're going to test it out, see how she been feeling throughout practice, especially once she get clear for practice. And once that start, they're going to let her play. Like she said, she's going to trust Camilla, and Camilla know her pain tolerance.
Yeah, that's a fact. DeBar says, this is ridiculous. I've used the free trials on every app trying to stop being cheap. Buy some. No, I'm just playing with you, DeBar. I'm just got to throw some fun. We give jokes here, give jokes back. I don't mean anything by it. But yeah, I mean, eventually going to have to listen, just keep, as long as you can keep creating new email addresses.
Double R. I'm telling you, it's streams out there. If you don't want to go that right, trust me, it's streams out there.
There you go. There you have it. But Sauce says she'll come off the bench, but I doubt that'll be a minutes restriction. Yeah,
that's what I can see. Yeah, I can see her coming off the bench.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to start her right away. I don't know. They probably going to bring her off the bench, especially because has some chemistry already. At that point, you're 6 games in. But I mean, Teresa Weatherspoon's going to do what Teresa Weatherspoon does, and she's going to do whatever she feels is best for the team, best for the player, and is going to get them an opportunity to win. But even if she does come off the bench, she's going to play a lot of minutes, so you ain't got to worry about it. And she ain't gonna come off the bench long. Maybe 1 or 2 games, if that. It may just be 1 game, and as long as no setbacks, she'll probably be a good go after that one. So
when they see her start running the floor, then get back in the game. Get back in the game, bro. Like you good.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is going to be a really exciting game. I haven't heard from Dub, so I don't know if we're going to have a live call today, y'all. No, we've been live. The channel has been.
Old man,
yeah,
old man be sleep sometimes.
He may be taking a midday nap because he is 67 years old, so he may be taking his midday siesta. So if C-Dub, if we do get in touch with C-Dub and he wakes up to the world of the living and he decides to do a live call, I'll set it up so he'll be live during the game. But otherwise, if there is no live call, anytime there's no live call, that means we'll have a halftime hangout. So I'll create a live stream during halftime. We'll break down the game, what we saw so far, talk to you guys, and then we'll come back post game if there's no live call. So you'll still hear from us in the middle of the way if that comes down to it. So, yeah. Any last thoughts, Steve-O, man? I know kind of short pregame show, but like I'm just excited for this game, bro. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just super excited. It's in the Wintrust. I wish I was there, bro. I've never been to a home opener. I've been to a few Sky games in person in my life, but I've never been to a home opener. That may need to change next season. We may have to go to the home opener next season.
Somebody said we need a Chicago Sky Central from the Wintrust. So hey, but we found out some details that we might can make that happen. Who knows?
You never know. We got some connections with the Sky. Jump Out says, what about Brenna Maxwell? Y'all think we bring her back? I mean, so she had a shorter time frame than Camila Cardoso. Now, Camila is apparently Wolverine, and she heals extremely fast. So that's where it goes down to. But
vibranium in that shoulder.
Yeah, considering the fact that that Haize hasn't played, even in the game like last game where we were down 2 more players and she didn't play, I think there may be a high possibility that they do bring her back this season. So I wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for the pregame show. Unless you got anything left, Steve-O, man.
Hey, it's another game we lit. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a tough one. It should be a good one though.
Yeah, facts. It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a competitive game. I wouldn't be surprised if this is another game of runs, right? Where you got to see how the Sky combat and fight, because the Connecticut Sun are going to get out on a run. Make no mistake about it. They will get out on a run in this game, and how the Sky combat that is going to be the telling part of it. But they're going to make a run, and we'll see how our ladies deal with it for sure. So,
yeah. Gotta play tough. You gotta be mentally tough. This is another game where you gotta be mentally tough. Fight through probably some calls not gonna go your way. We getting used to that. So just play sound. Try to get them in foul trouble like you did the Liberty in last game, and you should be in good shape. You should be in good shape. Already trust that Teresa was gonna do any type of adjustment that she sees, especially at halftime. So I'm cool with it. I'm excited. I'm ready for a tip off to start. So let's get it.
Yeah, I'm ready for this one. And I hope the Sky shoot better. I know we got to ask a question about Brenna too. I think if the Chicago Sky's 3-point shooting continues to be a problem, I think they try to bring back Brenna as soon as possible if she's cleared. If that's the case,
soon as she get off them crutches, you sign her.
Yeah, that's a fact. Because Brenna has the potential upwards to be one of the better 3-point shooters in the league. And I said the potential to be, right? Not all potential means you're going to hit that potential, but she does have that potential to be one of the better 3-point shooters in this league. And so that type of thing, and the fact of how excited Jeff Pagliosha and Teresa Weatherspoon were that they drafted her, I think all signs point to her being back in the Sky uniform sooner rather than later. It just depends on that recovery that she goes through. And if she has no setbacks, they feel confident in it. I wouldn't be surprised if she's back within the next couple of weeks, to be 100% honest with you. So
for sure. And I can confirm we will be doing a halftime show.
Okay.
That we will be doing a half.
Right,
yeah. So
we'll be back. We'll be back halftime for that. So make sure you guys stay tuned in. Hit that notification bell as well so you're notified when we go live. So we'll be live during halftime. So make sure you guys stay prepared and tuned in for that. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following the show at Chicago Sky Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, Chicago Sky Central at gmail.com. And then lastly, if you guys want to leave us a text message and our voicemail, 773-270-2799 with the number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We love you guys. Go Sky, y'all. Let's get this dub. Peace, y'all.